Good day, sir. My name is Christine Joem Kainya from BSIT 3B BPO. Capstone Project as a thesis and a research work. Based from CHED Memorandum Order Number 25 Series of 2015, the thesis or capstone project are required for candidates for graduation in all computing programs. Both the thesis and the capstone projects are terminal project requirements that would not only demonstrate a student's comprehensive knowledge of the area of study and research methods used, but also allow them to apply the concepts and methods to a specific problem in their area of specialization. What is a thesis? It is a report of a scholar upon some piece of research which he or she has completed. In the area of computing, it is defined as a technical report on a systematic investigation of a problem that can be solved using computing. It may include a solution, an approximate or partial solution, a scientific investigation, or the development of results leading to the solution of the problem. Capstone Project, an undertaking appropriate to a professional field. It should be significantly address an existing problem or need. An IT capstone project focuses on the infrastructure, application, or processes involved in implementing computing solution to a problem. Responsibilities of a capstone project student. Upon enrollment in the thesis or capstone project, this researcher has the sole responsibility of conceptualizing, undertaking, monitoring, and writing the thesis report. It is therefore necessary for a researcher to learn the necessary skill and competency in the conduct of a research. Although there will be a assigned advisor who will guide the student researcher in the conduct of the study, it is not the advisor's responsibility to feed everything to the researcher, because this defeats the purpose of teaching a researcher to be independent and to be competent. Besides, it will be the researcher who will present the result of the study in the final oral defense and not the advisor. A. Project duration. The thesis or capstone project will be completed within 2 semesters, Capstone Project 1 and Capstone Project 2. In case that the student will not be able to comply the requirements within the prescribed semester, he or she will be given another 2 semesters as extension to complete the capstone project. Failure to complete within the 4 semester duration, the student will be required to re-enroll Capstone Project 1 and Capstone Project 2, considering that the average lifespan of a software is 3 years. In case the student will pass thesis or Capstone Project 1 but will fail to complete Capstone Project 2 within 2 semesters, the students will be required to re-enroll thesis or Capstone Project 1 and thesis Capstone Project 2. B. Project Group Composition. The Capstone Project Group will be composed of a most 3 members, depending on the complexity of the project. Students will be allowed to choose their group members, but still the subject teacher has the final decision to approve the said group depending on the capability of the members of the group. C. Project Advisor. The Dean or Program Chair is given the authority to select the student's advisor and panel members based from the faculty members' competency and expertise on the capstone project topic. The selection of advisor for the capstone project will be limited to those faculty members from the ICT. Appointment of advisors from other departments, colleges, institutions, universities will be allowed in a case basis. Contract of Service or COS Faculty members may handle Capstone Project advisorship provided that there be a permanent faculty member who will be a co-advisor to ensure that there will be somebody who will assume the advisorship once the contract of the former is terminated. The maximum member of Capstone Project advisorship is 5 per faculty member. D. Panel composition. The dean or program chair will assign qualified and competent faculty members who will constitute the defense panel. The defense panel shall be composed of the following: one chairman, preferably the dean or program chair or a faculty with at least master degree; two members, one may be a content expert. E. Duties and responsibilities of the panel chairman. Brief the proponents or researchers about the proposal hearing oral defense program duly the 12 proposal hearing or oral defense respectively. Issue the verdict. The verdict is an unanimous decision among the three members of the thesis or capstone project proposal hearing or oral defense panel. Once issued, it is final and irrevocable. Nominate a thesis or capstone project for the Outstanding Research or Outstanding Capstone Project Award. F. Duties and responsibilities of the panel members or content expert. Validate the endorsement of the advisor. The panel serves as internal auditors, putting some form of check and control on the kinds of thesis or capstone project being approved by the college. Evaluate the deliverables. Recommend a verdict. Listen and consider the requests of the advisors and or the proponents or researchers. Nominate a thesis or capstone project for the Outstanding Research or Capstone Project Award. G. Duties and responsibilities of the project thesis or capstone project subject teacher. The subject teacher is by default the advisor of all groups assigned to him or her. Announce research or capstone project areas at the start of each semester to the students. Conduct general meetings with the students to discuss the capstone project guidelines, policies, and deliverables, and to allow the students to raise and clarify issues. Select proposal hearing and oral defense panel for each team. Schedule research or capstone project activities such as the deadlines of deliverables and proposal hearing and oral defense sessions. Post schedules, proposal hearing and oral defense guidelines, requirements guidelines, and other announcement. Furnish every member of the proposal hearing and oral defense panel with all the necessarily capstone project documents before the proposal hearing or oral defense. File at least one copy of the proposal hearing and oral defense panel evaluation, including revisions, and the revised and approved deliverables at every stage of the research or capstone project. Submit collated grades of students under his or her section for that term. Duties and responsibilities of the advisor. Ensures that the study proposed by the students conforms to the standards of the college and has immediate or potential impact on the research trust of the university. Guides the research or capstone project students in the following tasks while in the proposal stage: defining the research problems objectives in clear specific terms, building a working bibliography for the research, identifying variables and formulating hypotheses if any, determining research designs, populations to be studied, research environment, instrument to be used, and the data collection procedure. Meets the team regularly, at least twice a month. Note, the team must seek proper appointment to answer questions and help resolve impasses and conflicts. Advisor must remind the proponents or researchers to do their work properly, reviews thoroughly all the deliverables at every stage of the research capstone project to ensure that they meet the department standard. The advisor may also require his or her proponents or researchers to submit progress reports regularly. Recommends the proponents and researchers proposal hearing and oral defense. The advisor should not sign the proposal hearing notice and the oral defense notice if he or she believes that the proponents researchers are not yet ready for proposal hearing and oral defense respectively. Thus, if the proponents or researchers failed in the proposal hearing or oral defense, it is partially the advisor's fault. Clarifies points during the proposal hearing and oral defense, ensures that all required revisions are incorporated into the appropriate documents and or software, keeps informed on the schedule of research capstone project activities, required deliverables and deadlines, recommends to the proposal hearing and oral defense panel the nomination of his or her research or capstone project for an award. As a special advisor, he or she is responsible to be a provider, an encourager, a dictator, a pushy boss, a connector, and an employment agency. J. Thesis or capstone project presentation. As recommended by the Philippine Society of IT Education or the PSITE Research Committee, public presentation is required. It should be a school-based presentation open for public viewing. K. Thesis or capstone project turnover. Project turnover is limited to the software developed, not including the equipment used during the implementation as stated in the MOU. In the event that the student is willing to donate the equipment, it must be stated in the MOU.